Hello guys and welcome back to another video, and today we have this gorgeous EFE Rail Bullied Booster to look at. So this is the latest addition to the collection, and yeah, we're going to do a bit of a review and see what it's like. And yeah, I think it's my first EFE Rail locomotive, and it was a new tool, EFE Rail locomotive, I think last year in release, possibly the year before, but I'm pretty sure it was last year. So, yeah, and it was very affordable as well, which is pretty decent. And EFE Rail are seeming to make, I think, another new tool locomotive, which is pretty good. So, but I thought we'll try it out because I do quite like it, and it's electric. It's my first electric locomotive, shall we say? Super early as well. Still, it was built when steam locomotives were still being built, and it was designed by Oliver Bullied. So. And I do like Southern Locos, and I do like his design, so I picked it up. But it is gorgeous, and I got it in this lovely photographic grey. So we'll have a look at it today and see what it's like. So, take a quick look at the box first. So this is an EFE Rail box. Now, if you don't know who EFE Rail are, they're Bachmann's sort of like slightly lower end brand, I would say, slightly more budget, but still highly detailed locomotives. Don't get me wrong. So you can see this is the SR Booster, Southern Railway Booster locomotive, and yeah, it basically just tells you about the brand there, and you can see it's distributed on behalf of Kernel Model Rail Centre by Bachmann Europe PLC. I got this from Rails of Sheffield, so it wasn't from Kernel, but I was going to originally buy it from Kernel, but I think a small batch ended up elsewhere, so it's pretty good. So yeah, quick look at the Gumph then. So you can see it tells you all about the class there. I will allow you to pause that and read it, so you can read that there. So inside it sort of opens out so you can see the all the details about the locomotives. So you can see how you can fit the head codes, and you can do the third rail contacts as well. You can put those into the bogies, which is pretty cool. Tells you about running in, etc., lubrication, body removal, lighting, DCC, decoder and sound fitting, and spare parts and warranty, etc. Pretty good. And then on the other side you have the exposure diagram for all different variations of the locomotive. So there is the SR grey one, which is the one we have, and then there's the SR green, there's the second version, I think, second variant of the Bullied Booster, because I believe they made two, and then you have another one at the bottom there. So BR green, BR black, and I think there's BR blue as well. So there's loads of different variants of the locomotive, which are pretty good. Right, now we'll get on to the details. So I'll have a look at the locomotive. Now, I do not know much about electric locos, so there will be things I don't know the names of, so bear with. But we'll start with the basics. We'll start at the front, and as you can see, it says CC1 there, which is pretty good, which is the running number, and you have sprung buffers at the front, which is nice. The front, loads of riveted detail on the buffer beam itself. You have this gorgeous striping that comes into the front, which is white on with the photographic grey background. This is the light on the locomotive, so you can see there's no like proper lights, but this is slightly older, and this style of locomotive had head codes which light up, and they do light up on the locomotive. The cab lights also do light up, and you get a little magic wand, which I will show you later, that turns the lights on. You have a separately fitted lamp bracket there as well, and extra moulded detail at the top. There's a little sort of whistle at the front, which is pretty cool. So this was using whistle rather than a horn, which is pretty cool. And then handrails on the side, which are separately fitted, I think. Yes, they are. They're very, very fine, which is pretty good. Loads of riveted detail across the whole side of the locomotive and the front as well. Absolutely tons of that. Loads of moulded detail as well, which looks pretty good. And then you've got loads of separate fitted handrails down the side of the locomotive. The running board is sort of all like the bottom part of the body there is a slightly different shade to the top. It's this more bluey grey colour rather than the top half, which is this more normal grey. Then you have all the white banding all across the side of the locomotive, and including on the roof as well, which looks fantastic. You have the contacts for the electrical third rail picked out separately as well in this sort of cream colour with the brown, which looks fantastic, with the bogies as well. And the wheels are the Bullied style design wheels, which are pretty cool. With the sort of pattern on that you'd get on the West Countries and the Q1, stuff like that, which is pretty cool. You can't really see them much, but it's just nice to know that they're like that. Small little window on the side of the locomotive there, which is pretty cool. And loads of moulded detail and the separately fitted handrails. And then you've got the separately fitted handrails at the back and more sort of separately fitted pipework across the side of the locomotive, which looks fantastic. On top of the loco, you have this pantograph, which would be used to connect to electrified lines. One way of powering the locomotive among many, so you didn't have to use the third rail, but it's pretty cool. And it is nice and easy to get up, and it levels itself, so you just undo it and it pops straight up itself, which is pretty cool. And you can sort of position it to how low you want it, so if you don't want it too high up, that's the full thing, you can just press it very slightly, there you go, to a nice level. And you can see it's all separately fitted and looks fantastic. You've got a nice spring in there as well. I doubt this would ever be able to be wired up. You never know though, you could possibly wire it up if you wanted to do that and have it with some proper electrified lines, but who knows. And then towards the back you've got all the glazing as well, which is on the front, and there's a little bit of detail in there, but it's quite difficult to see in because the windows are tiny. Absolutely tiny windows. So yeah, you can see there's some detail in there, but it is very, very small in there, and the window's tiny. But you've got loads of glazing on the back of the locomotive. Looks pretty much the same at the back, with the whistle and slightly different number for the head code. And then you've still got the sprung buffers on the rear of the locomotive, and the same separately fitted detail with the very fine lamp brackets on the front of the locomotive with the the whitey silver banding which comes into the middle, which looks fantastic. So underframe bogie detail, so we've already gone over the third rail electrical contacts, but you do have lots of suspension detailing bits out there moulded on nicely, which looks great. And then you've got loads of sanding pipes as well, which are all separately fitted or part of the moulding, but they're very, very fine, so they look pretty good. And then you've got some steps as well, which are on the chassis there as well, which is pretty good. So just a brief overview of the detail then, and now we will go to the track where we'll see this loco running. So there is the Bullied Booster on the layout, and it does look fantastic, I think. It is very nice indeed. So we'll see this running, and we'll do a bit of slow speed testing, why not? Oh, there we go. Let's see what this is like. It has been ran in. Speed, clogging a little bit. Oh, come on. Try it the other way. I think it's going to go super, super slow. I'm trying the other controller. Oh, it does run slightly better on that one. It's not the best at slow speed, but it's not too bad. I mean, it does cog a little bit, but it's quite slow, that. So yeah, right, we'll couple it up to a train of coaches and then we will watch it run around for a bit. There we go, there we have it. Run around. I apologise about the rain also, it is quite loud. I will show you the lights shortly, but when we stop the loco later on. All the coach off then. Yeah. It does look good though with those coaches. That sort of speed, it runs very, very well indeed. So I think you can probably just about see the lit up head code for the number 14 there. But what I'll do now is I will show you the light up cab ones. There you go. And the rear, so you give electrical power to the loco and then wave the wand over. It's pretty good. I mean, they're bright as well. And then once you turn the power off, they go off. But that is it. So you get that in the box. Oh, sugar. Which is pretty good. So, show you these. So, for the working lights, you do get different numbers. So you can put these in. And they're the electrical third rail contacts. So they come on a sprue. So you can get those and put those on, but they're also for lights as well. So obviously the 14 and the 6 that are on it, which I'm going to be keeping on, you can change them over by taking the body off. So yeah, you get a little bag of accessories. I think there's a couple in there as well, like a little tiny one somewhere. Yeah, there. So yeah. So that is the EFE Rail Bullied Booster then. Which is the second locomotive to join in 2025 among many that will probably come in to the collection, and I think there will be some leaving, so there will be a video on some departures very soon, and there will be a couple of other videos I need to do, including why this is staying, so I will be doing that shortly as well, but I think there should be some more inbounds very, very soon, hopefully. So basically, until the next video, thank you all for watching. Make sure to subscribe if you haven't already. Lots to come. And comment down below what you think about the EFE Rail Bullied Booster. And yeah, I'll see you very soon for some more videos. Goodbye.